Well. Guys, I just played...
Yo, what the hell are you doing?
What?
Were you doing the...
I was gonna do the video.
No. What the f***? This is my video.
No, just let me do the video, okay? Go. I just played my first... Dude. Come on. Bring back the water. No. You bitch. Oh, I just played my first show.
Pizza Boi, sign my butt. I want you to cut me, Pizza Boi.
He doesn't actually f the horse though, does he?
Yeah, this is it's kind of a big deal. I've never played a show before. Of course, I did the Beat Kits Beat Battle in November, but I've never performed the Pizza Boi music. I really enjoyed making a video for the Beat Battle, so I decided I should do one for this too. So this all started back in November of 2024, where I came across a post putting out a call for Toronto artists who wanted to showcase their music. It said to like get people to comment who they wanted to see play, and so I sent the post to a bunch of friends, and then about a couple days later, I think I got a message from Quoted, and they're like, hey, which show do you want? Do you want the 11th or the 25th of January? And I chose the 25th. And it was pretty much that simple, actually. There was like no screening or nothing. I'm not sure if they looked at my stuff or if it was really just like a come out cold. We don't need to know you. We don't need to screen you and make sure you're not gonna get on stage and shout religious profanity.
He has risen, so has the metaphorical rod.
Or use the Lord's name in vain. Or hip thrust the air to a point that makes everybody uncomfortable. Or bring a hobby horse on stage. Or litter in the venue. Or say the words. None of that. I don't know if they cared about any of that. I cared a little bit based on my research of this company. It looked like a fairly serious showcase. I knew there'd be a lot of serious hip hop and rap artists there. I was a little bit hesitant on actually taking the show. I haven't really performed on stage since like 2019, where I sang an original song as 28 cartoon voice impressions. And I've been in a couple plays. In 2017 I was in a play, and then in high school as well. But a stage is daunting. Good thing I chose the 25th event, which, spoiler alert, didn't really have a stage per se. The first show they organized this year was actually at Lee's Palace. And I was like, oh, wow, that's daunting. And then we got to Tale of the Junction, and it wasn't really a stage. That being said, it was still gonna be hard to step up on a platform. It was still raised, I'll give them that. It's still technically a stage. The one thing that sold me on this possibly being a good fit for me was this dude with the spiky ass hair. Looks like he stepped right out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I thought, wow, this is the kind of eccentric energy that is gonna give me the confidence to apply for this and to wear a cowboy hat on stage and sing about ass and farts. I was really hoping I'd get an interview with this guy. Remember how good I did with interviews at the Beat Kids Beat Battle?
Pete's sake, look at those pepperoni nipples. Yeah.
So I was in. As soon as I said yes, I was added directly into a group chat that had all the other artists, and I started checking some of them out, and it is a different scene than what I'm bringing.
I need to socialize a little bit. Say why you be so dramatic, little bit.
And then just like that, it was January, and I was starting to my pants a little. I had to sell tickets, make a set list, prepare my tracks to be played live, and I had to practice because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I have a very dedicated group of friends who support this thing that I'm doing. Tickets were 15 bucks, thank God, right? I don't think I could have pulled anybody out if they were more. And I'm not saying my friends are cheap, but you know, times are tough. So the fact that people are coming out and paying $15 to watch me bounce around on stage with a horse, pretty amazing. Boom, easiest thing I could do off the bat, get the track list down. So what I had first was the intro to the Ranch EP, A Sauce Is Born, which I feel like is very important for just setting the tone.
What radio simpler, waiting for nothing when daddy's gold rush money set out to change the world forever.
And his name was me.
In the environment we're in, people need to know that this is, you know, more so a joke than I'm trying to be serious about it. But what people don't understand is that I'm not gonna do that. Just put the clip.
Why so seriously not serious?
I'm serious about not being nuts. What the fuck am I talking about? I've completely forgot what I was talking about with that little tangent. What, having a brain aneurysm. Remember that? Remember from the internet? Then I would follow that up with Ranch. It's a great song. It's like almost 4 minutes long though. So I decided I would only go up until the bridge. So the first 2 minutes about.
Ranch, yeah, we found a secret mixture. Tantalizing mouths from your granny to your sister.
Then we go right into Garden of Eden, which is already just like a 2 minute song. So you know what? That whole thing gets played. Hell yeah, that's like my favorite from the new EP.
Gotta go, this is number 2 part. TMI at a hole. You could be my Robin Williams. You better help me through my.
By the way, if you haven't listened to the new EP yet, go check it out. There's a link right there. Go take a look. It's called Garden of Eden. There's like 8 songs. I produced all the beats. I wrote all the lyrics. I did all the production, everything. I did it all. Unless it sucks. After Garden of Eden, we go right into Money Talk, which is another short song, so we get to play the whole thing. Hell yeah.
I want it in the money talk, so let it talk, so let it talk.
Then we go into Ass Mass. I only play up until the bridge of Ass Mass, mainly because if taken out of context and people don't understand that it's satire and that you know, this guy is a character, I could be considered a. That's neither here nor there because I cut that part out of the song. If you'd like to hear that part of the song, go listen to it right now. You won't regret it, I don't think, if you listen, right? But if you're catching the whiteness at the end of the song on a whim, there's a chance it might be a little bit concerning.
I'll let you know what you really like. Ass, and ass.
Then after Ass Mass, we get to go into Simple Man. It's kind of a sexy song.
Anybody feeling sexy out there?
It could be on a love-making playlist with the likes of Marvin Gaye and others. So we do only half of Simple Man, and then we move right into the closer, which is New Whip. It's iconic to the Pizza Boi lore, and it also allowed me to then bring a horse on stage. I was a little upset having to cut down my discography, which is so vast, to, you know, only 4 songs. Ugh. Nonetheless, I had to prepare my tracks for the stage. So I went over to acclaimed filmmaker and Logic Pro owner, Rividu Mendes, who is on the song Money Talk, as you might know. Riv is nice enough to allow me access to his studio. So that's where I had to be to prepare these tracks for the show. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and hit that live. My basic idea was create versions of the songs without the lead vocal. So that way there would still be the ad-libs, there would still be some singing parts. I wanted to make sure that the tracks sounded good live, while also like I would be able to actually perform them. A lot of my songs have some, you know, back and forth elements and effects on them and auto-tune, which I did ask and apparently didn't sound good in that venue. So maybe sometime in the future I'll get to do auto-tune on stage, but currently I would be hitting this one raw. We also decided that if we could get Riv up there to do Money Talk, that'd be good. The subject matter is a little more digestible. It's not as tied to the lore of, you know, mid 1700s Western country where the Pizza Boy created ranch. You know, if people are gonna come out, we should at least play a song that we know a lot of people have heard. I think like at least that like 50 people have heard that song, so.
If my pockets could talk, they would tell me lighten up. Yeah, that's all day, my God. That was, oh, you broke his, oh my, what'd you going? The G string?
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Tell me it's the G string.
It's the D string.
No, not the D string, I'm straight.
Okay, safe to say in this prep session, we had a little more fun than we should have.
Imagine I drop this.
Dude, no way.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not an idiot, really.
So we're about 1 week away from the show, and guess who's sick? This guy.
I feel like I've aged a lot in the last 2 days. This sickness.
It was affecting my nose and my head, and I was worried.
My voice sounds awful. I have to kick this before I perform on Saturday. La 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 la. What happened to my voice? I love this new whip. No! Oh no!
I've never done this before, but I decided to take one of those wellness shots. I got a couple from Loblaws, and I got some vitamin C boost, and they helped. I spent a couple hours. I get all 5 of my songs prepared for the stage. Fast forward a couple days, we're told by Quoted that we need to have all of our tracks into one file. Pros and cons. Pros, I get to mix things together, and since I'm doing it myself, I can cut and chop as much as I want, which means I don't even have to play the full song. Now, about 4 days before the show, we got a message from Quoted about the current lineup. Now, this was based on ticket sales. I was currently sitting at 9:45 p.m. But I saw everybody only had 10-minute slots. I was like, oh no, shoot my ass. I was really hoping for 15 minutes. By that time, I had already started editing all my songs together into one mix. And that mix, guess how long it was? 15 minutes and 1 second. So I messaged Quoted and I said, oh no, only 10 minutes? What would it take to get a 15-minute set? They gave it to me right away. I'm really hoping they checked out my page and they're like, okay, this guy's gonna try and put on a show. Otherwise, I'm not too sure why they gave it to me. 10 minutes, so short. 15 minutes, like eternity in comparison. So boom, I submitted my final mix, I get it on my phone, I start listening to it, I started practicing at the gym, and I figured, you know what, I should try and boost my endurance before I'm on stage. Practicing on the treadmill, I was practicing on the Stairmaster, quietly, of course, because I'm not a maniac.
I'm a sauce prospector, a flavor director, a green collector. I'll make the money go up, good stocks the club.
I was making sure I had all my lyrics down, which I was not worried about because they work to me, they fit in my head. The majority of the time I don't forget my lyrics. But what I was most worried about was breathing and trying to find my voice in a microphone because it's much different than in the studio. And I'm not gonna lie, I procrastinated a little bit. Other than, you know, performing it quietly to myself on the treadmill at the gym.
Blow, blow, ski, blow the ground, my baby hit down.
I gotta practice my crowd work a little bit. You, sir, you look like you f horses. I probably won't say that. Sir, what do you do for work? Oh my God, you own a farm. That's crazy. Do you f the horses? I think that'd go over pretty well, actually. I think that'd go pretty good.
I hadn't practiced until the day before the show. I did 2 runs right here in this room.
How we doing Toronto? Who on these bounds? Cause I'm honey protector buster. Tell me right now, what's going down?
Let me see you.
Goddamn, let me in. You. Oh, give me a sec. Blow, blow, ski, blow.
Oh my God, I am sweating.
My endurance is pretty good. I did cross-country running for years, hockey, soccer. I was pretty winded. And honestly, this whole thing has only given me more respect for performing artists who move when they're performing. Boom, Saturday comes around. And all week, Riv and I have been talking about how we could make this performance better. We should have something that makes the production value feel higher. Riv's throwing around the idea of money guns, but 1, we don't have money. 2, we don't have money guns, and 3, we don't have money to get money guns. What's the next best thing besides real money? Fate money. So I spent an hour on Saturday designing these Monopoly Money-esque coupons called Ranch Bucks that, you know, serve the lore and also had a QR code that people could visit and it would take them to my Instagram. We thought this was a great way to give people some kind of memento for the show if they wanted. And also it was a great prop we could pull out during Money Talk.
These hoes, I'm my bros, I'm at the mall, I've been exposed.
Late afternoon rolls around. I'm feeling pretty good actually. I'm not as afraid as I thought I would be. So I got into my Canadian tuxedo and I put Eddie in a bag with my cowboy hat and I traveled to Riv's for some last minute show prep and we were gonna print all the money.
Okay, so the set times have been officially locked. I'm on at 9:45. I'm definitely getting nervous, like not to the point where I'm my pants yet. That'll happen. It used to happen a lot when I was racing cross country. 5 minutes before the race, I'd have to rush to the washroom because I was about to blow some Jesus poop. Not feeling that yet, so that's good. I hope it never comes.
While we were there, I got to run through the set again using a microphone in the studio, which actually helped a lot. I didn't want to step on stage feeling like a hack. I wanted to be perceived as a real musician. Even if I'm doing something funny, like I'm still taking it seriously. Rolled it. Bye. So we ran it again. We printed 180 Ranch Bucks. Riv took forever to pick out his outfit.
Is that the outfit?
I feel like it kind of works.
Then we hit the road in an Uber. We went up to Tail of the Junction in Dundas West.
Riv, it started.
It started.
Yo, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
I hope it never comes.
You guys know. Walked in there, my Canadian tuxedo, cowboy hat and everything. I was actually, I think, the second artist there. Yeah, I could see the way the DJ was looking at me, even some of the other people in the bar. They were a little confused, I think, by my getup. So I got to go up there and do sound check. I think it went really, really well. And I got to figure out my voice and we got to, you know, mix the levels and everything felt like it was sitting in a great place. The second I stepped off the stage though, I was like, oh, I am hungry, but I don't want to eat too much because I don't want to throw up or shit. And my throat is feeling wonky. So we walked over to the 7-Eleven where I bought a 7-Eleven branded
immunity booster. I've never had this before. Wow. Oh, that's quite the flavor. Oh, how to get it all out of there, you know? Paid $4 for that and a Cliff Bar, of course. As if I wasn't already gonna shit myself.
I wasn't even gonna risk eating a whole dinner at that point because I knew for a fact it would probably come up or go out, you know, one way or another. Now, we had about 2 hours to wait. My buddy Dylan brought a sign, which was amazing. It was written on a pizza box. Incredible. I think we ended up selling about 12 tickets. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Amazing. I feel so incredibly grateful to have 12 people who would come out and support me. Big shout out to Michael at Quoted. I believe he's the owner or one of the owners of the company. I got to talk to him outside before my set. He said he was excited to see what I had. And in service of my name, The Pizza Boy, he said he was gonna buy pizza and provide it during the show, which I thought was such an awesome idea. And then it was my time to shine. I got up on stage with Eddie. I was all mic'd up.
Bear with me.
And immediately the sound check felt a little useless. Now, with more people in the venue, the volumes got turned up and I don't think the mics did. So what sounded like a great mix in the sound check, I don't think translated to the actual show. I felt like I had to yell a bit to actually get over top of the music.
Bottle, shake it up and pour it on the box or directly on your spine.
Overall, the show went really good. Like for my first time performing, I think it went great. I saw people moving. I was able to get them moving, you know. They were interested in the idea and the outfit and what I was doing. And there were some laughs actually, and I saw some smile. Like people thought it was funny and weird. I succeeded there. I did hear from some people that it was a little hard to hear me, so that was a little bit upsetting. I should have had a better system of like, you know, one of my buddies in the audience being able to tell me like up or down, and like, you know, maybe I could have translated that to the DJ. These things happen. This wasn't Madison Square Garden. You know, the stage was only 6 inches, which is enough. It's enough. It's still considered a stage. Some people like bigger, but you know, whatever, it's fine. Some people like smaller, although I feel like maybe they're lying about that. Oh yeah, and in about the first 30 seconds of my performance, I knocked my mic off. I was really excited to have good audio the entire time. I was wearing a lavalier mic, this one right here, and it fell off in like the first chorus of Ranch Ranch. So what I should have done is like paused after Ranch Ranch, or even I could have held
the microphone in my arm and then like done the mic.
Instead, all I did was quickly attach to my shirt. So unfortunately, there was just a mic sitting on my shirt the whole time. Not the whole time, because by the end of Simple Man, I knocked it completely off.
What did I do?
So unfortunately, there's no lav audio for New Whip, which sucks because it was pretty loud in there and I'm sure it just sounds like trash. Overall, set went really good. Pizza came at the end. I got to announce that there was pizza thanks to Quoted. One of the coolest things that happened that night was I got to take my very first fan selfie. Granted, this guy might have taken pictures with all the artists. I'm going to forget about that and discount it and pretend that that doesn't matter and that he wanted one specifically from me. Either way, all this to be said, I feel like it was an incredible experience. I think the people I quoted liked me, so you know, maybe I'll be doing more in the future. So if this is anything you're interested, if you're in the Greater Toronto area, check out my socials. You can follow me there, stay up to date. I also posted the full show, so if you just want to check out that 15-minute show, you can take a look at that right there. As stated before, my new EP, Garden of Eden, is out. You can find it on all streaming platforms. Go check it out. And I actually just dropped a music video too for one of the songs called Ranch and Religion. A lot of cool creatives worked on it, and I'm super happy with the end product. So go check that out, smash subscribe and all that stuff, and you know, maybe I'll keep making these videos. I did say if I got 1 million followers, I would get a Pizza Boi tattoo. And that could happen pretty soon because we're only 999,748 subscribers away. So tell your friends.